Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? CBS Sports, Will Brinson over at CBS Sports did his quarterback tiers. And the only reason I find these interesting, and I don't pay a ton of attention necessarily to summertime lists. I understand why writers have to put together lists. You have to have some type of content during the summer months, so I get why they do it. But it's essentially just someone's opinion. More so when I look at things like that, I try to see if I can extrapolate something from these types of opinions. And what was interesting to me is that, Will Brinson had his quarterback tiers, and tier 4 is the you can win with them tier. And that's where we find Derek Carr. So, the top tier, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. Interesting that Justin Herbert wasn't in there. But the next tier was Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, Jalen Hurts. There was tier 3, which he labeled intrigue with question marks. And then, as I mentioned, tier 4 is the you can win with them tier. And so the reason I found this interesting is, I was curious to see what company Derek Carr kept. So, meaning if he's in this tier, who else is in this tier? And that's a good sort of comparative analysis for what you might expect from him. So here's the list of the tier 4 that Derek Carr is in. Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, Ryan Tannehill, Derek Carr, Jimmy Garoppolo. The write-up is the best way to describe these guys. They can get you to the playoffs if everything about them breaks in their favor, but you cannot envision a scenario where they take you on a deep playoff run or win you a Super Bowl without a really stout defense or run game combo or the stars simply aligning. And it was interesting to read it. I'm not just reading it because it validates my opinion, honestly. If there was I would love to read something that contradicted me and gave me reason to believe otherwise. But a lot of you have called me, I shouldn't say a lot of you, but we'll post our videos on YouTube or whatever the case may be, and some of you will tweet at me, and a lot of you will call me a hater. I'm not a hater. I love the Saints. I'm the exact opposite of a hater. I'm a Saints homer. I want nothing but great things for my team. I want Derek Carr to have an MVP season, throw for 5,000 yards, and win the Super Bowl. I want that. But I have to sit here objectively every day and give you my opinion on what I think Derek Carr and the Saints can do. And the mountain of evidence continues to stack up to suggest that he's what I've said he is. The Saints' projected win total in Vegas by odds makers is 9.5 games. When you look at every single projection, tier list, anything like this, they all say the same thing. Derek Carr is going to have to do something extraordinary this year, his 10th year in the NFL, to surpass what realistic expectations are for him. And the realistic expectations are exactly that. By the way, in the same quarterback tier list, Derek Carr is the highest rated quarterback in the NFC South, which is less of a commentary on his ability, more of a commentary on how bad the league is, the division is. They got Baker Mayfield and Desmond Ridder in the 6th tier, and then Bryce Young is in the 7th tier, which is the rookies. So I'm not saying Derek Carr, I'll repeat it again. I'm not saying he's finished. I'm not saying he stinks. I'm not saying he's not going to do anything at all. I'm saying, what's your goal? Is your goal to win games and win a bad division? He's going to do that for you. You're going to win. You'll go 9-8, maybe 10-7. You'll win a bad NFC South, and you'll get bounced in the first round. Maybe you win a wild card round game because you got it at home as a division champion. Maybe. But do I think the Saints, with Derek Carr, as they're constructed, are able to make a deep run and push to win the NFC and go to the Super Bowl? No, I don't. I hope he proves me wrong. I would love it if he proved me wrong. I would love to be sitting here in January and you all laughing at me saying, look how dumb you were. I'd be like, yes, I was so dumb. But I'm not going to be alone. Because it's basically everybody over here with me and then Saints fans over here hoping that Derek Carr is what they hope he can be and is the opposite of what the Raiders have told you he is, which is a guy whose best football is behind him and is not capable of getting you to the next level. So, it's another piece of evidence that suggests what I've been saying for a long time. We talked about the Ocho Cinco bit, which is, Ocho Cinco's projected Derek Carr to have 4,700 yards, 38 touchdowns, 6 picks. That would put him in the same category as Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. I don't believe that's realistic. And it's not like he was void of talent a year ago. He had Devontae Adams. He had Hunter Renfrow. He had Darren Waller. He had Josh Jacobs. He had a lot of talent on that offense. So maybe Derek Carr comes here, has a career year. The Saints win 13 games, they're the 1 seed, and win the Super Bowl. It would thrill me if that were the case. I just don't believe it is. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.